Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome to the video. So we finally got the breakout for the market this week after 3 straight weeks of sideways consolidation. In this video, we'll be going over what needs to happen to keep that breakout intact, along with the top 5 trade ideas that I'm watching in the week and weeks ahead. As always, there are timestamps in the description. Now let's go ahead and get into it. So starting out by taking a look at the S&P futures chart, as talked about, we finally got the range breakout this week. So the breakout moves this week were defined by these 2 key trendline resistances. On Wednesday, the start of the breakout was triggered above the 2-week long trend line, which also lined up with 5,800 resistance, and from there it ran up to new highs before building out a new small bull flag. This was yet again another simple setup, with the breakout triggering above that short-term trend line at about 58.40 and ran up to new highs at 58.68 before finding resistance there. So to next week, continue to keep things simple. This is a successful breakout, and buyers continue to be in full control of the trend until proven otherwise, aka a breakout failing. So the trend line from Friday's breakout keeps this current break intact, and that is at about 58.30 to 58.35 now, and as long as that holds, it can see immediate further upside. I would also watch 58.46 to act as a key level as well. If it was to fail back below there, that opens downside back to 57.97.5 to 5800, and then the other trend line at about 57.80, which could act as that larger sell trigger on a fail below there. As long as the breakout holds though, the market is once again in price discovery mode, and the most likely scenario is for this move to new highs to continue until proven otherwise. Always trade with the trend, do not try to be a hero and call the market top, because you will lose money. Alright, so now getting to the top 5 trade ideas that I'm watching, starting out with a potential reversal setup in Celsius, ticker symbol CELH. So this stock has been heavily beat down and has essentially been a falling knife since May of this year. There's potential for a reversal setup though, as on Thursday it gapped up and rallied on huge volume after a bullish note came out from Stifel. From a fundamental perspective, it is also looking appealing versus its competitors, as it has much higher revenue and earnings growth, with its price to earnings ratio now close to the others. And full credit to consensus gurus on Twitter for this table and analysis. So taking a look at the chart, the key pivot zone and current top of the range is at 34.75 to 36, which also lines up with the 50-day moving average at 35.44. So it needs a break above that zone to trigger the upside reversal, and it can be playable with an entry above there and a tight stop loss back below to keep risk small, and if able to do so, can target 39.4 to 40 and then 43.5 as those initial target levels above. Another setup that I'm watching closely in the week ahead is Coinbase, ticker symbol COIN. So last week we talked about how Bitcoin and Bitcoin stocks are a sneaky pro-Trump election trade, and with the polls starting to move in Trump's favor, this sector is getting some momentum. So Coinbase stock is testing the 50-day moving average as resistance, which has acted as a key pivot and the top of the current range. If it is able to break and hold above it, it can trigger a breakout type move and would be playable with a stop loss back below the 50-day moving average. A successful break above it can target recent highs at 192.5 and then the key 200 to 207.1 zone along with the 200-day moving average as those target levels above. C Limited, ticker symbol SE, is also a great looking setup after it broke out of its multi-year consolidation above 93.8. So it has shown big relative strength recently and clean price action, and is potentially setting up for more after another flag breakout on Friday. So from here, I'd be watching for it to hold above 97 to 98 to keep direct upside in play, and if able to do so, above 102.3 triggers the next leg higher, which can target 119.5 and then 137 as the next key resistance levels above. Block, ticker symbol SQ, is another setup to keep on close watch. So the stock has been building out a large consolidation for more than 2 years, and there is a smaller breakout playing out that could potentially lead into a much larger one. So zooming into the chart, it built out this tight and well-defined inverse head and shoulders pattern with a break above the 200-day moving average acting as the breakout trigger, and it successfully backtested and held it as new support on Friday. So if it continues to hold, this is a successful breakout and set up for upside to target 72.6, 75.9, and then $80 as the initial target levels above, and this is an easy one to keep risk low on, as it is playable with a stop loss back below the 200-day moving average, which is only about 1% risk on the trade. And one more stock to keep on close watch in the week ahead is AMD. So the semiconductor sector has been back to showing big relative strength, and AMD is in between 2 key levels, which is likely to result in a directional move soon. So 172 to 174 has acted as the key pivot zone for the majority of this year, which is where it rejected this week once again, and on the pullback, it was able to successfully hold the 200-day moving average as support. This was the possible higher low, and continuing to hold it sets it up for a move back up to 172 to 174, which would be more likely to break next time around due to lots of supply already being drained from that previous test of the zone, and above 174 can trigger that breakout move to target 182 to 182.94 and then 187.4 as the next key resistance levels above. And it would be playable with a tight stop loss back below the 200-day moving average, which is currently at 162.33. So that is everything that I'm watching for in the week ahead, including from the broad market and S&P 500, along with those top 5 trade ideas that I'm watching. Thank you guys for watching. And for anybody interested in joining the private Discord chat, that is the first link down in the description to get my personal trade alerts, nightly watch lists, and I answer any questions you guys have in there. Good luck trading the week ahead, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace out.